And in the end, the suspect spilled the beans. Beans? Which beans? Hi, I'm Michela from Lifelong Learners. An idiom is a phrase with a figurative meaning different from its literal words. They often reflect a cultural aspect of a language and can be difficult to translate word for word into another language. Today, I'm going to share with you some useful idioms to add color to your speech. Beat the clock. To finish something before the deadline or time runs out. We managed to beat the clock and submit our project just minutes before the deadline. Turn back the hands of time. To relive or go back to the past, usually impossible. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would spend more time with my grandparents. Kill time. To do something unimportant while waiting for something else. I arrived early for my appointment, so I killed time by reading a magazine. Time flies. Time passes very quickly, especially when you are enjoying yourself. I can't believe it's been 10 years since we graduated. Time flies. Once in a blue moon. Something that happens very rarely. He doesn't usually eat sweets, but once in a blue moon, he treats himself to ice cream. Around the clock, continuously, all day and night. The hospital staff worked around the clock to care for the injured patients. Against the clock, to be in a hurry to finish something before the deadline. The team was working against the clock to complete the presentation before the meeting. The 11th hour, the last possible moment before something happens. She turned in her assignment at the 11th hour, just before the deadline. Call it a day, to stop working on something for the day. We've done enough work for now, let's call it a day and finish the rest tomorrow. A race against time, a situation where someone must do something very quickly. It was a race against time to rescue the trapped miners before the tunnel collapsed. And now I have a story for you. A race against time. Lion glanced at the clock. It was nearly midnight. He and his team had been working around the clock to finish their startup pitch for the biggest investor meeting of their lives. The deadline was 8 a.m., and they were working against the clock to finalize their presentation. We can't afford to kill time, Sarah reminded them. We're already at the 11th hour. Liam sighed. If only they could turn back the hands of time and start this project earlier instead of frittering away the hours on small details. But there was no point in regretting the past now. Okay, he said, trying to stay focused. We just have to beat the clock and get this done. The team powered through, barely noticing how flying flew as they made last-minute changes. At 7:55 a.m., they hit send on their proposal. They had done it. Now all they could do was wait. The meeting was scheduled once a year, so if they didn't get picked, they'd have to wait once in a blue moon for another chance. Exhausted, Lion stretched and smiled. I think we should call it a day and get some rest. We've done all we can. As they left the office, they felt hopeful. It had been a race against time, but they had given it their all. Now they just had to wait for fate to decide their future. Congratulations on reaching the end of the video. If you found it useful or interesting, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel so as not to miss any of my new lessons. Bye! See you soon!